Martell has decided to share my medical information with his baby's mother. You could have just said, hey, the kids were around someone with COVID. You didn't have to put my name out there. These recent events clearly show that he's still the messy man that he has been.
Martell, we were all rooting for you. Like, what is going on? Sometimes I feel like certain people are the type when things are going good, they don't like it, so they like disrupt it and try to sabotage it and upset the apple cart and try to do little things to start stuff. Because sometimes some people only know drama. Some people only can function in drama and chaos, which is kind of crazy to me. No judgment if somebody that is listening to this may be one of those people, but for Martell to be this way, I really see like the whole purpose of therapy and healing from your childhood and things like that. I'm not trying to judge his childhood or know anything about his childhood per se, but I'm starting to feel that way because it's like, bruh, you just had a nice destined trip with your family. You know what I mean? You and Melody is getting along. And why you choose to go back to the coleslaw and start running your mouth and flapping your lips is beyond me. I'm beyond confused in this situation. I'm tired of Martell not protecting Melody. And in a normal situation, I would say he doesn't need to. Like, you know, they're no longer together. They're not husband and wife. But because this is the mother of his children, I think he should protect her. He should do a better job of trying to keep the peace between her and his other child's mother. Just for the sake of normalcy, like just for the sake of your kids. I mean, I know that their marriage didn't work out. It is what it is at this point. They are divorced. They don't owe each other anything. They don't owe each other loyalty. But just because the marriage ended in divorce does not mean his relationship with Melody did. Although they are no longer husband and wife and they have to uphold, you know, for better or for worse kind of deal. Because they are parents to the Eminem kids for life, they're in this thing for life. So, of course, I get it. It's going to be ups and downs and little bumps in the road as time goes along, because clearly this is a new situation that both of them have to navigate through. But, you know, for the sake of the kids, he got to chill. He cannot be doing this. He cannot be going back and forth between the two. And because I don't want to like make it out to be like this woman is just like the scum of the earth, but because in a way like she infiltrated something that Melody and Martell made vows for, I feel like his loyalty should kind of weigh a little bit more to Melody. And like I said, it's all my speculations. I'm not the moral police, but just looking at the situation as it is, I just feel like I wish that he was a little bit more strategic, you know, that he would think about what X, Y, and Z may do down the line. And like I said, maybe him sharing Melody's, you know, little seed thingy, you know, the seed thingy that we all experience, you know, where we had to cover up the lower region of our face. Like maybe him sharing that with the coleslaw, he felt was like innocent. He probably perhaps didn't think anything of it. But see, that's the part that he got to start thinking of it about, because you want to try to keep the peace between these two ladies. You know, Martell kind of already rubbed me the wrong way hearing some of the things that the coleslaw said in her interview with Synquette K, because I felt like he was doing a little bit too much pillow talking to me. And not to say the coleslaw didn't find out this information on her own, but some of it I felt like Martell told her, and I don't like that. I feel like even if you're going through whatever you're going through in your marriage, your loyalty should kind of reside with the person you marry. Like at the end of the day, how do I want to say this? I'm just going to say it. Men gonna do what they gonna do, but I feel like what she was saying before, that whole respectful cheating, don't sit up there and give the other woman ammunition to make your wife look bad. I mean, that's the least you can do. I mean, you already being messy, you already breaking marital vows, but I really feel like no jump off walking, no chicken head walking should be able to know some of the stuff that I feel like the coleslaw knew, you know. And I like I said, I don't know, maybe she knew on her own. Maybe she did her own investigation, her own digging, but that's not what it felt like to me. I felt like, you know, Martell was telling her stuff. And I have to probably go back and listen to the interview because I think that is how it went down. But nevertheless, like, Martell, what was the reason? Why you had to tell her what was going on, And I feel as though, can we force Martell to do right by Melody? Can we force him into keeping the peace? No, I mean, we cannot. He's not breaking any law. He's not, jaywalking. We can't cite him and give him a ticket. But I just felt like, why did he go back and tell the coleslaw about Melody? Like, why? Knowing that this girl, it could have been anybody else. It could have been Tisha with the C thingy. She came on the trip too. Could have been Marcel with that, had the C thingy and exposed, whatever to whoever. But because you said the magic word, Melody, that like she was going to be on it and try to like make it out to be something that it didn't need to be. You know what I mean? Don't be putting a battery into this girl's back. Y'all was just having a good time in Destin. But maybe Martell seriously didn't know what he was doing. So I'll give him the benefit of the doubt just this one time. But bruh, think about it. Think about how this, like whatever you say to either one of them actually could potentially play out, And I feel like it's a lot to do, but hey, this is what happens, You made your bed, now lay in it. And I feel as though, not to make excuses for Martell or anybody, but it just kind of helps me realize that you can't be chasing after a relationship. You know what I mean? Like, you can't sit there and think that, again, I feel like I say this a lot. Can't feel as though that getting into this relationship, all your fears, insecurity, doubts are going to go away. Now that you got a wife or now that you got a husband. If anything, they're going to be magnified. So I feel as though kind of, and I need to do this too, or continue on to do this, but make sure you're fulfilled by God first, because I know that it's secret chambers in every one of our hearts, like that only God can reside. Only God can fulfill and make better. It'll never be your wife. It'll never be how many freaky things she do in the bedroom to satisfy. It ain't gonna work. You know what I mean? I think that's how come we have people that are addicted to so many things, because they're using something outside, something external, when it's a spiritual need that they're like running after and chasing after. And I get it. Like, we all have our own addictions. Like, I be thinking food gonna make me feel better. I be up here snacking, y'all. But I'm like, I need to get that in check. And like, what am I trying to feel better from? So get into the core of that. And then once I get to the core of that, going to God, going to the word and seeing what God has to say about it, believe in it, and then go from there. That's really the work that needs to be done. So that's all I have to say. I hope Martell gets the healing that he wants. I hope Martell gets the healing that he needs. Actually, all of us. Everybody in this situation. Everybody on this show. Everybody in the whole entire world. Because I feel like we're all dealing with something. And like I said, sometimes we will hurt other people just to get it. Or we'll do things. We'll sabotage stuff. We'll flip over the table just to get that need met, So, like I said, it'll never be the freakiest, deakiest girl. Never be the man with the biggest pockets. It'll never be that. It'll always be something internal within ourselves, because you can sit up there and like have peace in the storm. You can sit up there and have so much peace, and when it's like your whole life is in chaos, when everything, bombs and stuff is going on all around you, when you had the peace of God, which passes all understanding, you will be good. So I hope that for all of us. But yeah, that's all I had to say. Back to the regular scheduled program. Hey, lady coleslaw. No, Martell, you got to learn how to navigate this whole little co-parenting thing a little teeny weeny better. Just think about how people will feel. Like I said, it shouldn't be that hard, but now it is because of the situation of what it is. But I do hope that they all get together and have a not that they gotta be like friends, but hopefully it'll come a point in time where everything is peaceful. Melody go off and have a great love experience. Martell and the coleslaw. Because me, I just feel as though if God treated us how like our sins are, like if he gave us like the consequences of our sins, none of us would be able to have like a leg to stand on, because we all ALL fall short of his glory. Like, none of us is perfect. So it's like, I want to, not that I have to, but I'm just going to extend grace to the people that had their transgressions, because at the end of the day, I feel like sometimes it be taking that. You ever notice that the people that be doing the most be some of the best evangelists? It's like, oh my gosh, wow, like once people really learn their lesson. So that's how come I feel as though God ain't through with none of us, even them, I don't know. I just be looking at things a little different, but I'm rambling again. Other than that, let me know what you guys think, and I will talk to you guys again soon. Bye.
Met Synquette, man, that girl was heaven sent. Met Synquette, man, that girl was heaven sent.